very much, and I'm so happy to be here with you. Me and my avatar, that's actually not a photo of me. That's my avatar that was created by Everdome at GITEX. And just before I start talking to you about Metaverse and Web3, I want you to stop thinking Metaverse is a game your son plays and think about sending your avatar to the shop to buy swimwear and underwear. Now, how cool would that be? You never have to take off your clothes in a shop again. Your avatar can be perfectly sized to fit. You can select the underwear and swimwear you want, order it, and have it received at home. Now, how cool is that? That's why I want to get in the metaverse, and I never want to do that shopping again. So, so yeah, just kind of join me on a little bit of a journey of understanding about the metaverse. So metaverse is actually, it's a concept, and there's certain qualities that it has. And I don't think anyone's purely defined what a metaverse is. So it's an immersive, continuous digital environment that uses augmented reality, virtual reality, and blockchain to create spaces for user interaction. After that, it's all up to everyone's imagination. But a metaverse ecosystem is really important to understand that it's got its own economy, it's got a currencies native to it, and you can earn and spend value within that in both a physical and a virtual sense without the need for intermediaries. And you can exchange physical assets, economic assets, and content assets within that. So I don't know, people, if you've heard the explanation about Web 2 was the internet of information. Web 3 is the internet of value. So Web3 is going to allow you to interact and exchange value in these virtual worlds. But there's no one metaverse. There's more than 160 companies now building metaverses. And probably and people have been building this for decades, but Mark Zuckerberg, as with all of these really famous people, got up and said, Facebook's going to be meta and we're doing a metaverse. And then suddenly everyone just says metaverse in every conversation.
Morning, everyone. My name is Harold Dickinson from Kanasai. And at Kanasai, we create immersive experiences. And we also partner with other companies around the globe to bring technology that's not available to UAE to the GCC market. We understand that usually the Middle East sits about 6 months behind the global trends. Why? Because technology tends to be developed in first world countries or in America and Europe, and then what they decide to give us comes here. We don't want that narrative anymore. We want to create technology and be at the front of technology as it happens. So today, I'd like to introduce you to Odyssey. Odyssey is a high-fidelity metaversal experience. It allows brands to bridge that gap between what's available now and what the future will hold. So let me take you on a short journey through Odyssey. Okay. So currently, there are 3 types of events that tend to happen online. There are virtual events, there's product configurators, and then there are immersive events like concerts. But the current core offering, such as Roblox or even Decentraland, the graphic fidelity is quite poor because they have to support the least common denominator, such as your mobile phone. You can't pump out AAA graphics on a mobile phone through a website. It will not happen. And a lot of these experiences need you to download the apps before. So we want to change all of that. We want to offer you a cloud-based system where all the hard work is done in the cloud and it pumps out beautiful worlds onto any device. Here's an example of what the world looks like. This is all running native in a browser, no download required.
And I'm really excited to be speaking to you today in Dubai, like the city of the future. And today I want to speak to you guys about an issue that is impacting billions worldwide. The gender gap is not only a moral crisis, but an economic one as well, and a missed opportunity worth trillions of dollars. That's why I started the All Stars Women NFT Club in DAO, which is an initiative to help close the gender funding gap and to build a more diverse and inclusive entrepreneurial ecosystem. The All Stars Women NFT Club in DAO is a comprehensive ecosystem made up of 3 main pillars, which is our Crypto Academy, where we provide like insightful sessions master classes, introductory classes to NFTs, and anything related to Web3 to welcome more females to step into this field. We also have a diversity recruitment agency in which we connect females with Web3 opportunities in the Web3 in the space. We have a connector that connects these females because there is a true need for females aren't really that involved because of that issue. And we also have a startup factory. Most of our network is made up of female founders and entrepreneurs, and as well investors. So the startup factory was put in place to help them in their fundraising journey and in their venture journey. We provide them with mentorship sessions and guidance on how to raise funds and accelerate their time to market. And why we decided to use a DAO, it's because of its flat hierarchical structure. And we truly believe in interoperability and for communities to join forces together, making sure that everyone has the same voting rights and that there are no biases in our structure. The DAO is going to be, so we're currently establishing the DAO and figuring out which is the best platform to do this and to figure out the voting mechanisms. But basically the funds which are raised via the DAO will be used and reinvested into the startups and the companies of the females, which are part of our community. So you're all more than welcome to join. Feel free to come speak to me if you're interested in joining our community.
So what we do at Shawarn Web Design, we actually provide 24/7 online systems with virtual reality and artificial intelligence. And we're trying to combat burnout, we're trying to reduce the waiting time, and we're trying to increase the profitability for hospitals and clinics. So the idea behind shawarma, the name shawarma, it's not a shawarma, it's not the it's an N. And it means in Arabic to consult, because that's where healthcare really gets to start, it's consultation. And you interact with everybody via consultation, via communication. So shawarma actually means to consult with us in Arabic. And before I start about what we do, this is more related to how I started shawarma as a person. So I'm a burnout survivor. Burnout is real. And my burnout led me to a surgery room. And I was having endometriosis. I had a cyst that was 8 centimeters big. And it was growing and I had no idea. Everybody thought I had issues with my back, my spine. But no, it was actually a cyst that was growing. And I was working basically from 6 a.m. until 2 a.m. So I didn't get much rest. I was busy working on my master's degree, and it was related to my brother who had Down syndrome, and he also faced issues with healthcare before he died. So he couldn't communicate. With Down syndrome, you have difficulties with communication. So passing on, I actually survived the surgery, and I ended up with having to go through IVF. So again, that was another struggle with healthcare, and COVID came in. I didn't get a baby yet.
First of all, I'd like to say thanks to Leila and Durolux for organizing this event and uniting together enthusiasts and experts from the industry. I think it is an excellent opportunity to discover the insights and perspectives of the market, and in the same time to learn what are consumers' expectations. Thank you. So my name is Christina Chaban. I'm the founder of Women to Crypto, an organization created to empower women with essential information in the blockchain and cryptocurrency industry. And I do it through educational meetups, learning events, workshops, collaborations, and much more. The idea to create Women to Crypto came last year when my friends, those who knew that I was in the industry for a couple of years, started to ask me, Christina, please explain how does it work? Teach us crypto. And because the demand came mainly from women, I decided to create something exclusively for women. And I wanted, first of all, I checked around and I saw that there are no classes, crypto classes for women. And I wanted to create it. It's not that I'm against men, but I wanted to have a place, a network where women will feel confident empowered, where they will be happy to learn things, to ask questions, to participate and connect with each other. So I was thinking, how can I make my educational material be both informative and interactive, engaging, exciting? And I understood one thing, that the theory is nothing without practice. So that is why I encourage women to bring their computer, and I guide them through how correctly to analyze the market, how to select the right coins for long-term investment or for trading, how to detect the red flags, and many other things, and they even have homework assignments. Another aspect of my organization is to have networking meetups, where we meet to discuss different topics from the industry.
Either be diagnosed with ADHD or actually just left alone, and then I just learned everything that crossed my path. So I had a blessed childhood in the fact that the men in school didn't care when I asked to join the coding program. They said, shut up and go do typing. Boys will do the science. Thanks, Mr. Van Wyk. Big cheer. Because I learned typing, and it was very easy to get 100% in typing and then spend the rest of the lesson reading my books. I read all the encyclopedias in the school. Great information, great education without being hampered by a rigid education system. Now, all of you here, who's under 25? One person, right. You have used 1/3 of your potential, where you have cemented skills, muscle memory, training, and habits. The rest of us, those in the 50s range, we've used 2/3 of our capacity. We don't have much left. It's very hard for a 75-year-old to try and even navigate a smartphone, use a computer, set up an email account, or not ask someone like Walmart on public Facebook that my hemorrhoid ointment isn't working, send another one. There are limits to what we can learn. Now, as a creative solutions consultant, aka brainy know-it-all artist, I have seen many pitfalls. I've dealt with lots of lawsuits, medical malpractice, burnout, legal burnout. As a paralegal, I've experienced it. I've seen judges experience it, policemen, first responders, the people who deal with the underbelly of human society. So it's all good and well to be a consumer, rise above, make the money, innovate, create. We cannot cope with that long term. Our rocket is hampered by human biology, and that is not going to change at all. We can wish for it to change, we can innovate, we can try and upload our consciousness into the metaverse one day. God help us all.
Burolux Group. So Burolux Group was founded on the very basis of empowering women across multidisciplinary industries. And just looking here at this room, in this room right now, I see so many women, and I love this. It doesn't mean that women need to be weak or are weak in order to be empowered. It doesn't have to be that statement. We empower women through collaborations rather than through competing against each other. So this is one thing that is very important that I wanted to speak about, is collaborate rather than compete, because this is the future. As human beings, we need to create a path for the next generation, and this path is only through unity rather than through aggressively competing. Again, I'm repeating myself, but it is very important. Just shift your mindset from being alone to being together, meeting up in a community and spreading the message across. I want to say also thank you to all the information that you guys shared. I think we are here in Dubai, we have all these different industries, whether it's healthcare, also sustainability, education, empowering women, all these different platforms, Layla's platform, All Stars Women. I mean, how amazing it is that we can, grow the next generation to be so diversified. I'm very, very happy. In case you need any help with any events, we are always here to help you as Burolux team. So please reach out. And thank you again for coming. I hope you enjoyed. For the speakers, we're gonna have interviews with We Tell TV. And thank you all of you guys for coming. Thank you again.